So I have just a really solid Catholic family. We were born and raised in Jefferson, South Dakota. I've got 5 brothers and sisters. One of my sisters is actually a nun with the Poor Clares. And it's funny, all my seminary buddies make fun of me. They'll be like, "Oh, Jimmy, we didn't know you have a sister who's a sister that's a Poor Clare," because I just love her to death and I talk about her all the time. And it's been really cool to see how my vocation and her vocation has really just changed my whole family's faith life and really deepened our relationship with the Lord. It's just been such a beautiful, beautiful thing. But I really credit a lot of who I am today because of my dad, especially. He used to take us to daily mass. Me and my 2 older brothers served mass I remember the first time I served was the day after my first communion. So served mass all the time, and that really instilled in me a deep rooted faith that has really flourished over the years. So my education background, I went to Bishop Heelan, graduated in 2013, played football, basketball, and soccer there. And then I went off to Creighton, where I studied accounting. I did ROTC. From Creighton, I commissioned as an officer in the United States Army, and then I spent 4 years at Fort Bragg with the 82nd Airborne. I guess when I first started considering priesthood, when I was a little kid, when I was serving mass every day in a little cassock, me and my 2 older brothers would all serve together. And whenever old ladies see that happen, they're all like, "Oh, you boys will be such cute priests." And I just didn't really take it too seriously. I thought it was kind of on the back burner. And but in high school and college, I started dating and stuff, and really didn't. I thought God was just calling me to marriage, so I didn't really even consider the priesthood at all until I was about 22 or 23. At this point, I was in the military, had a really good career going, and had a girlfriend who I loved to death, dated for a couple of years already, and thought we were going to get married, but just something didn't feel right, and so I kept going to God in prayer. And at this point, probably when I was about 22 or 23, the Lord was like, "Jimmy, I'm calling you to be a priest." So that was the next time that I seriously started considering the priesthood, and just the Lord put it on my heart that I'm called to something different, that I'm called to something like the priesthood. What is seminary like? Seminary is it is such an incredible place where you have time to look inside, to see what the Lord is doing inside of my heart as a man. So often in this world, we never have a chance to really look within to see what the Lord is doing in my heart, where He wants me to move, where He wants me to grow. And just on a human standpoint, to have counseling, to talk to a spiritual director, to talk to formation, to have people that really care about making you the best man that you could possibly be, to making you the man God is calling you to be. It's just such an incredible blessing. And then with the brotherhood there, it's just iron sharpens iron, and men who are all seeking God and seeking holiness and seeking virtue, striving in that pursuit together. It's just such a beautiful opportunity to grow and to fall in love with Jesus and to just know myself better, and through knowing myself better, know what the Lord is calling me to. Just be open to what God has in store for you. God is going to shock you. He's going to surprise you. He's going to open doors that you never expected Him to open. When I was, in a 4-year relationship with my girlfriend, I never expected Him to say, "Jimmy, I'm calling you to be a priest." I would have told him, "Get out of town." And I didn't really want it then, but I can't explain how happy I am now and how much joy I have gotten from just following Jesus and letting Him guide me. So I would say, every good Catholic man, every Catholic man should discern the priesthood. It's just a vocation that God could be calling you to. And if you don't ask, if you don't seek the Lord in that, then, you might never know where the Lord's calling you. And so every man should discern the priesthood. What excites me the most about ministering to the people of Sioux City Diocese is just rural Iowa. I love small towns. I love driving through a place like Carroll, Iowa, and every single person waves at me as I drive by. you can just tell they have hearts that are open and want to be loved and want to know you and be close to you, and you just don't get that in all parts of the world. And to have that in Sioux City, you can just tell that the people are hungry for Jesus. They want to know him. And so to get the chance to come back and to give the people what I've received at seminary, what I've been formed for, is just super exciting.